So, I have a TBR. I intend to make it last through 2024, and also I have a creative well that is running on empty. So let's talk about it. Hey guys, Crystal here, and if you saw the thumbnail, you know why we're here. I have a TBR. I have the longest TBR that I think I have ever had in a minute. And that is because here a few months ago, I thought it was a great idea after a project that I had just completed, the Immortal Masquerade. If you don't know what that is, I'll link down below to the video that I made to talk about how I tried to get AI to help me outline a novel and the shenanigans that it came out with, and how it actually turned from a fan fiction into a full-fledged novel as to be part of my series once I filed down some certain serial numbers. After that, I figured, oh god, I wrote that in a week. Cool, I can do that with the rest of my series. Book 2, Book 3, Book 4, Book 6, and Book 7. I could probably zero draft those, right? Because I was obviously on a kick, a desire to write all the things. So I said, sure, I was going to write the rest of my series at least zero drafts before the year was over. Now it's October. And I've gotten sick a few times. I have had struggles just kind of maintaining focus. I've talked about the stuff during my streams that lately I've just been having a lot of trouble creatively. And maybe, at least as far as I figured, within the last few weeks, that maybe my well is just emptier than I thought. I figure writing, watching movies, and playing video games, and crocheting, things I usually do to kind of fix myself when I get into these moments, they stopped working. Also, there was a month in this span that I was working, and I had talks with Mars and Marta and some other friends that was like, we're all like, do the thing that makes you happy. You want to write Immortal Masquerade some more, do that. But I couldn't even get myself to do that because I was so goddamn tired. So maybe I need to try something else. So that's why this is here. My TBR. Because I rewarded myself for working a little bit with some books. And I have decided that I'm going to read to hopefully fix my issue. And by the time I've finished all these books, hopefully I can get back to my own shit. Hopefully. But this video is also going to do double duty, because we're going to be talking about, in the second half of the video, we're going to talk about the Laudna-thon, a Critical Role inspired readathon that my lovely friend Mars is hooked up, that is currently running this month, and it's 15 days in, or 16, I suppose, and I'm going to try to see how much I can complete before that happens, before Halloween happens. Am I doing something really ambitious while I'm trying to recover from my own creative failure? Yes. Shh. This shouldn't be new. We're just going to hope I don't abandon this midway through. But let's talk about the TBR first, shall we? Because I am excited. So, in no particular order, I'm still trying to work out the order that I want to read them in. I'm lighting change. I'm probably going to be doing the readathon books first. As much as that might mean some other books might get put on the wayside, but I'm just gonna talk about the TBR first. We're gonna talk about the TBR first, then come back to the Laudna-thon. Also, if you want to know what the Laudna-thon is, I'm gonna link that video down below as well. In case you want to speedrun it like me, you can. First things first. In no particular order, we have Jenny was a friend of mine by M.G. Ellison, or more appropriately, Mars. Our Mars. One of my bestest people, my closest people. They wrote this one. It is the book 2 in the Westwood Legacy series. I'm excited for this. I actually haven't read this one. I don't think. Mars, have I read this one? I don't think I have. But we're going to now, so that's all that matters. I'm kind of super excited to start with a small one. Just because I'll be able to probably burn through this one real fast, and this will really help. This is going to be one of the Laudna-thon books, and I will explain why in a bit. But I have Just Stab Me Now by Jill Barrett. This is another book that I have had my eye on for a while since it was first announced to be possible. I follow them on YouTube and on Instagram, and I love the content. It started off as a short series on YouTube where a writer was interviewing and working with a fantasy heroine, and they were going through the fantasy heroine story while the writer was making notes and making commentary and being the peanut gallery and a bunch of stuff like that. It was super fascinating. The story itself was engaging. I was obsessed. And the community was like, hey, write the book. You should write the book. You should have someone write the book and make it a thing, because the story itself, outside of the actual project, sounded really fucking cool. Okay, we're 6 minutes in. I can swear. So she wrote the book, which I think is super impressive. Going from a person who just made this series on the interwebs to actually writing a book. And that's similar to what to the other one that I still haven't finished yet. But that's what this is. The Vampire Jack Townsend is a prequel to a TikTok series. So I love when creators do this. It's so cool. And this one especially, cuz you're going to have author notes, and I am excited. Can you tell? This is also going to be another one in the Vox Machathon. That's the name of the Instagram channel. Laudna-thon. The Laudna-thon readathon. Yes. But next up, we have Exquisite Corpse, which is a killer title. I was showing the books to my husband, and he's like, this one has my favorite title. Also by Mars. M.G. Ellison. They're awesome. I beta read this one. It broke me when the first time I read the draft. Because it has some moments. It gave me feels. I read it the second time. It gave me feels. So now I get to read this officially in my hands. Okay? In paper form. I get to read this again and be broken a third time. I am excited. And I would love to know as to why all the books shipped where you can basically have them, you can open them halfway. That's a tangent. I don't know why, but thanks, Amazon. That one is not going to be a Laudna-thon book, but that's fine. Next one. I did talk about how creatively I was having a struggle. We are looking at On Writing and World Building, Volume 3 by Timothy Hickson. I have the other two in front of me. I still haven't finished the second one. When I wasn't originally going to get this one, until I saw some of the stuff that was in here. That I think would help with Immortal Masquerade and the prequel and the series as a whole. I feel like this is going to have a wealth of information, because we're talking Fallen Civilizations, which my prequel is, well, the series is because of a civilization that got its ass kicked. There's Paragon Heroes, Anti-Heroes, Elemental Magic Systems, Plot Armor, The Darkest Hour, Subtext and Dialogue, Death Scenes, Death in the Afterlife. All these things are important to my series and much more, so I'm going to be reading the fuck out of this. And the other two. Again. I still want to, actually do a video on these that I said I was going to do, a couple years ago, but I was waiting for the third one to come out, because I kind of wanted to look at them through as a series. This is also on my TBR. Craft book! It's not all fiction. I'm proud of myself. Next. A Dark and Secret Magic, aka This Book is for October, by the wonderful Wallace Kinney. She is one of the troublemakers, is a lovely, lovely person, and I have been excited for this book ever since she started talking about it back when it was the project name This Book is for October. I said that if she ever got this published, that I needed it in my hands. I was one of many who said such things. And now, 5 years later, it's here. It is here. It's in my hand. It's witchy. It's spooky. It's another romance book. So I have 2 romances on this list, which is super cool. I want to start with this to make sure I read it for October. We'll see if that happens. But I am super excited for A Dark and Secret Magic. Last but not least, we have What Doesn't Break by Cassandra Khaw. This is the 3rd book written for the Critical Role series. This is a prequel to Campaign 3. There's some ties to Campaign 1, kind of. If you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, I ain't gonna spoil it for you. So go look at Critical Role. There are recaps, series recaps, and other type of things you can get into. I also want to get the audiobook for this one, like I did with Nine Eyes and the Vex and Dax one. What's that one called again? Kith and Kin. Kith and Kin. I got the audiobooks for that one as well, because they usually have the voice actors doing their characters, which I think is super cool. If they did that again, it'll be dope. So I want to get that audiobook as well. So that way I can listen and read. This will probably be the exception to the rule. I might do that for Dark and Secret Magic as well, but definitely for this one. It's spooky. Laudna is actually one of the only characters I can possibly stand in Campaign 3. I'm not the biggest Campaign 3 fan, but this is also the linchpin in Mars's Vox Machina-thon, or Laudna-thon, in this case. And so I'm excited for this. I haven't read anything from Cassandra Khaw, so I have no assumptions or thoughts, opinions. That I'm going into this completely blind, and hopefully my favorite spooky girl is done well. I'm excited. So that is my TBR for October / the rest of this year, depending on how fast I can read. So let's veer a little bit, and we're going to talk about the books and my plans for the Vox Machina-thon, because we're just going to do one whole video instead of 2 videos. Okay. So, if you don't know what the Laudna-thon is, link below down to the announcement video as to it. I will be putting the prompts on screen as to which ones I will be using. And, yeah, I might vlog it. I might also not, because I was planning on vlogging making myself a smoothie for B-roll for this video, and then I made the smoothie and didn't record it. So you can tell how good I am at vlogging. So, let's start off at the top. So, like I said, the Laudna-thon is for to celebrate What Doesn't Break by Cassandra Khaw. Prompts on screen for the ones I'm using. I'm also going to link the Vox Machina Instagram, so that way you can see the prompts for yourself and choose for yourself and make your things. Okay. First off, we're doing a Mars pick. For the Mars pick, it has to be a book that is either Mars's or books that they recommend. So favorite authors, the all-time favorite books, recent favorites, or anticipated books. Like I said, the video is going to be down below with the prompts and everything. So oh crap, I just realized live in front of a not-so-studio audience that the Dark and Secret Magic also counts because it was an anticipated book since it's only been out for 8 days. So either of these books will work for that prompt. I just added another book. There was only going to be 3. It's fine. Everything's fine. So that's for the Mars's pick. That will be the prompt I use for that one. For my eyes, there could be green in this, but to me it looks like it's a black and white cover, so I'm also using it for Shadow Sorcerer. Mars, you can shoot me, but it's fine. Because I have books for the Delilah one, so I don't really have to do this. But we're doing it because ambition! And technically, Vexalia, which is a book that reminds me of another book, which this is loosely, I'm saying it's for Mortal Masquerade, because it's a female heroine and a love interest. Does that count? No. Am I just making this bigger than it needs to be because I already am completing the Delilah Briarwood prompt? Yes. But I thought it was funny, so we're doing it. I'm ambitious when I'm hyper. Na 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 na. Alright, reading prompt number 2. Aside from the fact that this is to celebrate this book anyway, I'm going to count this book. Because Laudna's a zombie. Kind of. She's undead. Kind of. So it works. Kind of. And that is good enough for me. So we got those 3. 4. Activity prompt. We're going to be taking Form of Dread, which is partake in a hobby of my choice after dark. And that is because I'm going to be crocheting at night while I'm playing D&D with my friends, while I'm watching stuff to wind down and relatively finishing my day. And by that time, it's gonna be dark. So, that's how I'm gonna be working on the blanket before the winter happens. Yeah. Also using other activity prompts, because they're gonna happen anyway. Hunger of Shadow, which is enjoy my favorite meal, snack, or beverage. I plan on making some chocolate cake after I get some dishes done. And because I deserve cake, I just realized I have muffins behind me. I should probably eat them before they go bad. I love how my brain works. Fun scary. Watch a spooky movie, TV show, or video game playthrough, etc. It's spooky season. I am devouring Halloween, spooky, scary content on a daily basis. So that's just gonna happen regardless. Also, these bitches be witches, because I stream with the Chaos Queens, and I also hang out a lot playing World of Warcraft with my bestie Dio, and, yeah. The readathon lasts until October 31st. I know we're 16 days into the month, and I'm just starting. That's why we're calling it the Laudna-thon speed round, because I'm just gonna do it. And at the very least, I will be able to complete 1, maybe 2 of these books before the month is over, which will technically complete the readathon. Is this the most low effort / high ambition I have done for the readathons? For the Critical Role readathons? Yes. Yes. But this is all in the name of refilling my creative well, so that way, hopefully, maybe, I can get back to writing without a struggle that has been how I've felt the last few weeks / months / since June, because that's when I finished writing Immortal Masquerade Draft 0. So yeah. This is for the Laudna-thon, and then these 2 are for the hopefully by the end of the year. Like I said, if I can't get through all these, it's still gonna count. I'm still gonna finish reading these all by the end of the year. I haven't decided which one to start with, but I should obviously start with this pile. I'm probably gonna start with Jenny Was a Friend of Mine, but I also want to make sure that I can read A Darker Secret Magic before October, because I feel like it's a book, like, this is the book for October that I should be reading in October. So we're gonna do that. Can we appreciate this cover? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. It is so pretty. So pretty. Okay. But that's that. That's the plan. That's the plot. That's the scheme. I also want to get this changed behind me. So I can have more books visible. While I'm filming and stuff. So that'll probably happen sometime this weekend. Part of me wants to do it today because I have the energy for it, but there's allergies and spiders, so I really shouldn't. But, yeah. That's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like it if you like it. Comment down below. What are your plans for the Laudna-thon if you're watching this? Or is it something you want to speed run? What's your TBR looking like? You know, all that good stuff. Also, we'll be back on Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for productivity streaming, where I'm going to be reading. Obviously. That's gonna happen now. I'm also going to be on the Inevitable Books' Twitch channel on Friday at 12:30. So I'll be linking to that somewhere. Or possibly my own. I have plans for my Twitch channel. Be afraid. I haven't committed to anything yet because I'm still working on my nonsense, and nothing can be promised right now. Also, I stream on Mondays at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I know I missed last Monday. Last Monday was Canadian Thanksgiving. And I threw my voice out. I don't know if you can hear it. It's still kind of, it feels weird to talk, and I'm coughing in between moments. Like, I've edited it out. But I wanted to do this video before I started reading these. So that's why we're here. So I'm sorry I missed last Monday. Next Monday, we will be here. I'm going to set up the rest of my streams for the month to try to commit myself to it, so that way somebody can text me when they see that I'm not live, and I will, and that way, you know, I'll be live. Because sometimes I need accountability. Anywho, until next time, I love and appreciate every single one of you, and we will see you guys in the next video, stream, reel, TikTok, wherever the hell it is you find me next. Bye, guys.